That's a little bit spooky. Little X-Files vibes. This one is called The Offering. Yeah. Oh, I'm telling you, bro. 2 is so smooth. 2 is criminally slept on. Guys, let me tell you something real quick. I have been digging in. I have been digging into the lore a little bit, as per requested, and I disagree with everything that I've heard so far. Mostly in the comment sections, a lot of people have been telling me that Sleep Token is a 2-member band. I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, it's actually a 4-member band. There's Vessel, there's 2, there's 3 on guitar, and then there's 4. I think it's another guitar. So 3 is bass guitar, right? So there's 4. But then there's like a traveling group of women that sometimes helps Vessel with background vocals. They're not a part of the band, though. So 4 members, but actually, according to the lore, if I understand the lore correctly, it's actually 1 member. It's only Vessel. 2, 3, and 4 are really just instruments in the offering. Right? They operate as instruments purely, which might explain the reason that 2 is just so dedicated to the inevitability of his craft. He's just perfect on the drums, perfect on, with every single, element of it. It's actually shocking listening to what 2 can do. Family, welcome to MrBiscuitSpeaks, the place where music, meaning, and raw human honesty just collide. This isn't a hype reaction channel. This isn't a low-effort commentary, and it's definitely not superficial entertainment, right? This is a space where we actually listen to art, to story, to psychology, to the parts of ourselves that music wakes up. So if you're down, please do me a favor. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment letting me know what you'd like to see next. Now back to the video. Do you hear that? It's insane. And then they just drop you off that cliff. They've done this before.
You are a garden entwined with all. You are the silence on sacred shores.
If you're the garden entwined with all, and I know now that Vessel is talking to Sleep, right? This is the offering, right? You're the garden entwined with all. And that kind of gives me this idea of omnipresence. There's nowhere that Sleep can be hidden from. You are the silence on sacred shores. What does that mean? The silence on sacred shores. It kind of gives me the imagery of like ruins. You've seen those like ancient ruins where nature is beginning to reclaim the ruins. Whereas like you see like the ancient bricks on top of each other, but it's like entwined with like roots that are trying to like bring down the structure or reclaim the structure. Now there's kind of animals that can run through it and things of that nature. No. We're gonna go back a couple bars. Let the man cook.
On sacred shores, you've got diamonds for teeth, my love. So take a bite of me just once. I want to turn the page once again.
Guys, doesn't Vessel know when to use that high note? Like it's so intentional to me, right? He says, you've got diamonds for teeth, right? Teeth is what we use to consume, and diamonds crush everything and are uncrushable by anything. If you've got diamonds for teeth, that means you are all consuming, right? And so once he recognizes that, he sees himself as small. once again. I love that part. I love every single Sleep Token hook. We're gonna hear it again. Nah, bro, I go all the way back for me.
Once I want to
Turn the page.
once again.
Oh, that's fire. That's fire. Guys, turn the page once again is almost like saying, remind me again that I'm not in control. Remind me again that I'm, take me back to that innocence where I was just willing to take what comes, right? Like pull down the structures that I've kind of fortified for myself. It is kind of gloomy, but it's also very stoic.
This is again an offering in your favor, a sacrifice in your name, but I know you've got a taste, so just take a bite of me.
I know you've got a taste, so just take a bite of me. What does it mean that sleep has already gotten a taste? Because this is my interpretation, right? This offering is to sleep. Vessel is saying these words to sleep, which is the deity in the lore, right? You've already gotten a taste, he says, so take a bite. Guys, check this out. Look at this. You see my arm here? I fell down the stairs. I fell down the stairs yesterday. It could have been really bad. I knocked my head. I opened up my arm here. It could have been a lot worse. And that is what this lyric ironically reminds me of when it says, you've already gotten a taste, right? You have shown me, right, in not so subtle forms that inevitably every expectation that I have will be torn down eventually, right? Some expectations, some motivated expectations will come true, right? But man, it's important to let reality take a bite and turn the page and let you know that you're not in control, right? You've already taken a bite is really, really pertinent to me. Let's continue. Let him cook. My arms belong around you means that I'm supposed to be embracing this. I'm supposed to be embracing every part of it. The suffering, the love, the addiction, the pain associated with it. When he said my arms belong around you, right? It seems like his repenting, let's say, of any resistance to the inevitability of life.
goodbye.
Yo, 2 is a space alien. You hear that? Like 2 is losing his mind on this track. Please cook, sir. Please cook. Guys, let me know your best interpretation of turn the page once again, right? Turn the page Turn the page once again. It's like uproot me, right? Remind me that I don't know everything. It can mean so many things.